Finally happened. Disney finally exposed themselves and let us know what we've been speculating all along, because Disney has just leaked their plan to indoctrinate your children. I've been speaking about Disney for a long time. Every time I speak against Disney, people get so mad, they get upset, they unfollow me, they give me negative emails and negative comments. Isaiah, how dare you speak against our beloved Disney? How dare you talk bad about Disney and bad about Disneyland, and you don't take your kids? But I think after watching this video, you will not be sending me hate any longer. What you're about to see is a call leaked by Disney executives. So the people you're gonna see are Disney executives, AKA the ones running Disney. And we're gonna hear from their mouths, what is their plan moving forward? Now there's a long list, too long to count, of Disney films where the parents are dead, the parents die in the movie, where there's no parents at all. We know Disney for over 30 years has been coming against the family structure, but let's listen to them expose themselves. And let me make something very clear. Very clear. This is the devil using Disney to further his agenda of making your children and my children confused about their gender and sexuality. Now, I will pause in between watching this video for the sake of copyright, but I'm telling you, when I watched this leaked call, it absolutely blew my mind, and I thought, finally, what I've been saying for years, people are gonna see for themselves from the mouth of Disney. So this is not Isaiah Saldivar editing. This is a call that they made. The girl you're seeing on screen is the corporate president of Disney. So let's listen to their agenda. This is mind-blowing to me. I literally was listening to this going, no way. But yeah, this is crazy. It's sad. And they're literally exposing themselves. So let's watch this.
I'm here as a mother of two queer children, actually, one transgender child and one pansexual child.
So one transgender child and one pansexual child, which I think pansexual means you like anything, boys, girls, doesn't matter. So this is the president of corporate president of Disney, starting out by saying, just so you know, I'm the parent of two queer children.
And also as a leader, one of our execs stood up and said, you know, we only have a handful of queer leads in our content. And I went, what? That can't be true. And I realized, oh, it actually is true. We have.
Okay, so an executive comes to her and says, hey, we have a big problem at Disney. There's only a few queer leaders in our movies that are content leaders. Like, this is a massive problem for children's movies. We gotta have more queer leaders for children. How could we only have a few queer leaders? Guys, at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, which is the target of Disney's movies, let me just ask you, at 4 and 5 years old, were you worried about having queer leads in the movies you were watching? Did you even know what a queer was? Did you even know about the LGBTQIA agenda? I didn't know anything about it till I was a teenager. I didn't know what trans was. Yet they're like, we got a big problem. There's not enough queer leads. Like,
many LGBTQIA characters in our story.
So she says many LGBTQIA characters, many in our stories. You probably didn't know that, but yeah.
Stories, and yet we don't have enough leads and narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters and not have to be about gay stories. And so that's been very eye-opening for me.
Kids movies, by the way, if you just forgot what Disney
I can tell you, it's something that I feel perhaps had this moment not happened, I as a leader and me as my colleagues would not have focused on. And going forward, I certainly will be more so. I know that we will be, and I hope this is a moment where, shoot, the 50% of the tears, sorry, are coming. We just don't allow each other to go backwards.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I know I've been laughing throughout this thing. It's just unbelievable. The reason why I'm laughing because it's absolutely unbelievable to me. These are kids' movies, by the way. She's saying, going forward, we're gonna make sure that we have queer leaders in our roles of our movies. Like, I'm so sorry that we didn't have enough queer leaders in these children's movies. Now going forward, we're gonna make sure that we have plenty of queer leaders, plenty of people to confuse your children that are 3, 4, and 5 that have no clue what trans is, you know, because she has a pansexual child and a trans child. So it's emotional for her because, you know, my kids are confused, so I want your kids to be confused. This is so demonic, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry I can't beat around the bush. I'm sorry no one else is willing to say that, but it's demonic. Now let's see another executive, a director here, who's in charge of directing movies and putting in content. It gets worse if you're like, again, I'm sorry for laughing. I'm laughing because it's unbelievable to me. That's why I'm smirking. It's not funny at all. There's nothing funny about this. The smirk is like, it just blows my mind here. And now I'm glad that I could freely say Disney has a demonic agenda without all of you attacking me and saying I'm a conspiracy theorist. But let's see what she has to say about it.
On my little pocket of proud family Disney TVA, the showrunners were super welcoming. Meredith Roberts and our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda. And I don't.
My not at all secret gay agenda. I love how fast she says it. I wonder if that's how I sound when I talk so fast. She says they've been so welcoming of my not so secret gay agenda. Disney director here.
Have to be afraid to let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background. I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to if you see anything.
What? Wherever I could, adding queerness. She's like, wherever I could, characters kissing, which by the way, the new Buzz Lightyear, there's a kissing scene that they took out and then they re-added because the LGBTQIA said, no, you can't take out Buzz Lightyear, the girl in Buzz Lightyear kissing another girl. God forbid we ruin Buzz Lightyear. And now she's saying, if you see queer stuff all over the movies, that's me doing it. So I'm trying to put as much as I can in.
Queer the show. I'm proud family. But I just was no one would stop me and no one was trying to stop me.
No one would stop me and no one was trying to stop me. So why is she so excited? Why is she as excited as I am about preaching the gospel? Because she said, I've been sprinkling at gay stuff and queer, this is her words, not mine, queer stuff all through the Disney movies. But now because Disney's opening up to this, no one's gonna stop me now. We have the corporate president of Disney saying, we got to have more queer roles. I got a trans kid and a pansexual kid. So now she's excited. I could cause these kids to be confused. I can add more gay roles. I'm telling you guys right now, mark my words. In the next 2 to 3 years, most of Disney characters will be trans, gay, and queer, and everything else, every other word that I don't even know about, pansexual. I had to look that up. I'm telling you, in the next few years, it will be covered. Disneyland's already like that, even though I've never been. I've seen enough footage and videos and behind the scenes and child pornography and child molestation busts and rings that have happened at Disney already. But trust me, guys, I know it's sad if you're in love with Disney, but in the next few years, just get ready for Disney to be completely covered in queer. Because this is what the presidents are saying, not me. The directors are saying. All right, let's keep going here.
Had the privilege of working with the Moon Girl team.
This is the production coordinator here.
For the last 2 years, and they've been really open to exploring queer stories. And I'm on the production side. Part of the work that I feel like I can put in is making sure that we take place in modern day New York. So making sure that that's an accurate reflection of New York. So I put together a tracker of our background characters to make sure that we have the full breadth of expression. And we got into a very similar conversation, Karey, of oh, all of our gender nonconforming characters are in the background. And so it's not just a numbers game of how many LGBT.
So if you're not tracking, again, I have to stop and commentate or I'll get this taken down. They'll probably already try to flag this, but we'll fight it if they do. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. But he's saying these characters have been in the background, but now I'm super excited because now you guys are giving me liberty. As a production guy, I could put these characters more front row because that's Disney's goal going forward, is now get these queer characters. If you're not tracking, get these queer characters from the back of the scenes, hidden in the movies, to now put them at the main role, front of the stage.
LGBTQ plus characters you have, we got the further, the more centered a story is on a character, the more nuanced you get into their story. And especially with trans characters, you can't see if someone is trans. There's not one way to look trans. And so kind of the only way to have these canonical trans characters, canonical asexual characters, canonical bisexual characters.
These are cartoon characters.
Is to give them stories where they can be their whole selves.
Last summer, we removed all of the gender.
This is the diversity and inclusion manager here. Okay, so now they're saying last summer we removed ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We don't talk about none of that because there's no such thing as a boy or girl. Everybody's just whatever they want to be in this world. And so why would we ever say boys and girls? That's just so offensive. We don't want to hurt the 0.1% community's feelings. So let's cater all of our cartoons now to this agenda. And Disney doesn't care that we push back because they're so rich and wealthy. They're going to continue this antichrist demonic agenda regardless of what we say. Call me a hater, call me whatever you want. This is their demonic agenda, not mine. They're just exposing themselves in this. And this is a leaked call, by the way. This wasn't like on live stream or anything.
Greetings in relationship to our live spiels. So we no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've provided training for all of our cast members in relationship to that. So now they know it's hello everyone or hello friends.
So all the cast members,
we are in the process of changing over those recorded messages. And so many of you are probably familiar when we brought the fireworks back to the Magic Kingdom. We no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We say dreamers of all ages. And so
okay, so now going forward, guys, this is Disney speaking here. This is their coordinator. We're not going to say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls going forward. We're going to say, hey, everyone. And not only that, she just said, we're going to go back and edit some of this stuff. We got to make sure that we're, inclusive to everybody. So they're going to edit old content as well as what she's talking about here and changing the language as well.
I love the fact that it's opened up the creativity, the opportunity for our cast members to look at that. We don't want to just assume because someone might be in our interpretation, maybe presenting as female, that they may not want to be called princess. So let's think differently.
What are you saying? She said, look, what if they don't want to be called princess? These are cartoon characters. These are cartoon characters that you guys are making. They don't get a choice whether they want to be called princess. Like, oh, now princess is a bad term, right? It's like a derogatory term for a female. So, man, I struggle not to make more of these videos because this is absolutely
about how do we really engage with our guests in a meaningful and inclusive way that makes it magical and memorable for everyone.
We don't have enough leads.
This is the president of Florida responding.
And narratives in which.
So anyways, we won't watch that. That's the president of Florida basically responding, saying, why is this the hill to die on? Why is it so important to you guys to push this transgender agenda? Listen, if you decide you're going to be this or that or whatever, why are we pushing this on the children? What child is sitting there going, I'm really confused and I really wanted someone to tell me? No one for the history until now. So now all of a sudden we have to teach, and there's a don't say gay bill or no say gay bill in Florida everyone's freaking out about because now you can't teach kindergarten through 3rd grade. You can't tell them, the boy, that they're a girl and the girl they're a boy. Teachers are not allowed to talk to them about gender identity, and all people in Florida are, oh, what are we gonna do? Now we're not allowed to, tell our kindergartners they're gay? You're not allowed to tell our 2nd graders about their identity? That's the parents' job anyways, not yours. And parents are teachers are just manifesting, oh, we don't know what to do. How about teach kids? That's a good place to start. Teach them. Your job is not to tell them what identity they are, what gender they are. What did the snake do in the garden? Did God really say that? Got them to question who they were. You want to be like God? Eat the fruit when God already made them in his image. He wants you to question your identity. That's the devil's goal. That's always been his goal. He wants you to question who you are. This is disgusting. Cancel Disney. I'm telling you right now, this is just crazy. This is Disney, the executive directors, the producers, the corporate president. This is their goal going forward. So yeah, welcome to 2022, where now our cartoon characters kiss each other and are called, the princesses aren't called princesses anymore, and the boys aren't boys, and there's no ladies and gentlemen, no boys and girls. It's hello everybody, because everybody in this world can choose what they want to be. And I'm not being hateful or spiteful. This is anti-Bible, anti-gospel worldview. If you're a pastor leader and you're a jellyfish with no backbone, get some backbone, speak up against these things, stop entertaining these demonic things and demonic entertainment. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe you're like, Isaiah, you're wrong. It's not that big of a deal. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. I think this is crazy. I think this is where the world is headed. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, good or bad. I'll see you in the next one.